We want to evaluate the limit as s approaches 3 of the function 1 over s plus 4 minus 1 over 7 divided by s minus 3. So the first thing is anytime the numerator or denominator has two fractions, we need to make those into one fraction. Now the easiest way of doing this is to find the least common denominator, which is the LCD. And in this case, the LCD for the numerator is going to be 7 times s plus 4. And multiply each of the terms. So there are 3 terms here. We got 1, 2, and the denominator has a separate term. I'm going to call that 3. And multiply each of the terms by the LCD, which is 7 times s plus 4. So when you multiply by the LCD, remember you always multiply the numerator. So this is going to be limit as s approaches 3. Now on the numerator, we have 1 over s plus 4. But remember that every numerator is going to get multiplied by the LCD, which is going to be 7 times s plus 4. Now we do the exact same thing with the second term, which is the 1 over 7. And remember, every single numerator is going to get multiplied by 7 times s plus 4. Now, same thing happens on the denominator. We have, so remember this is like s minus 3 over 1. So the numerator here is s minus 3. And we're going to multiply the s minus 3 also by 7 times s plus 4. Okay, so that's step number 1. Step 2 is the whole reason we're doing this is now we can start simplifying. So what's going to happen is the s plus 4 and s plus 4, they divide to 1. So the 1 times 7 just becomes 7. Okay, then we have the 7 and 7, those are going to divide to 1. So we have minus 1 times s plus 4. Now don't rush. Remember that there's a negative sign, and that negative sign is attached to the 1. So it's a minus 1 times s plus 4. In the denominator, we have s minus 3 times 7 times s plus 4. And let's leave the denominator the way it is. Now I'm going to simplify this a little bit further. So the negative 1 is going to distribute. So I have 7 minus s minus 4. And that's still going to be divided by s minus 3 times 7 times s plus 4. Now the 7 minus 4, this becomes 3. So we have 3 minus s divided by s minus 3 times 7 times the quantity s plus 4. Now take a look at what happens. The 3 minus s and the s minus 3, they're almost the same, but the 3 needs to be negative and the s needs to be positive. So when that happens, we can factor out a negative 1. And when we do that, when you factor something out, you divide each term by the factor. So 3 divided by negative 1 is negative 3, and negative s divided by negative 1 is positive s. And notice that if you multiply this back out, you will get negative s plus 3. So we haven't actually changed the term, just factored out the negative. Now that's helpful because now we have an s minus 3 on the numerator and on the denominator. So we can cross out the s minus 3's, and what I'm left with here is going to be a negative 1 divided by 7 times the quantity s plus 4. So this whole thing simplified, all of this simplified to negative 1 over 7 times the quantity s plus 4. So now I have limit as s approaches 3 of the quantity negative 1 over 7 times s plus 4. We can now apply direct substitution. We couldn't do direct substitution before because if you substitute a 3 minus 3 will give you a 0 denominator. Can't divide by 0. But now if you substitute 3, we don't get a 0 denominator. We in fact get negative 1 over 7 times 3 plus 4, which is going to be negative 1 over 7 times 7, which is negative 1 over 49. And this is going to be our final answer.